In Parkersburg, West Virginia, growing up, we kind of had a joke. After drinking a glass of water, we'd say, that's some good C8. But the truth is, C8 isn't a joke. We don't think it's funny, but it is something that we have learned to live with. In fact, people still drink that chemical every day. And Parkersburg has a message for Wilmington. My story, Parkersburg's Plight, is only on WWAY.
We've been through 17 years of what people have no idea, the pure hell, some of it we've gone through.
In Parkersburg and across the Mid-Ohio Valley, the C8 fight continues. In places like Lubeck and Little Hocking, where C8 levels were at their highest and considered dangerous, the water there is now very clean. That's because they filter it out. But just a few miles upstream, here in Parkersburg, West Virginia, is a much different story. It's not that there's not C8 here, it is here. The levels have just never been considered dangerous enough to be filtered out of the water, so people drink it every day. Over the years, DuPont and its spinoff company Chemours has paid millions in fines. They've lost civil cases. They've been forced to stop using C8, but some say it's still not enough.
These CEOs knew this. They knew what was going on. Somebody needs to answer.
They should be charged with a crime.
And the truth is, the worst may be yet to come.
These children down the road that aren't even born yet can be affected by it because it stays in the human blood.
Joe Kiger, Jack and Jenny Cultural, Dr. Paul Brooks, and Harry Ditzler all took on DuPont and Parkersburg, and they have a message for us here in the Cape Fear.
And I pray to God the people, Cape Fear and the Wilmington area, take a look at this and don't quit. Go after them because they've done this to you and your community, and it's not right.
They also have a question for DuPont.
Doesn't a person's life matter more than a paycheck?
I reached out to Chemours on several occasions for its side of the story, but no one returned my calls or emails. After tests revealed what that chemical could do to the body, thousands of people sued the chemical giant. Earlier this year, over 3,500 of those cases settled for a lump sum of $670 million. DuPont and Chemours still deny any wrongdoing.
So, this is still ongoing in Parkersburg, so there still could be additional cases filed and more fines to be paid and a lot more court time for both DuPont and Chemours.
Yeah, if you were part of that original class action lawsuit, you can still sue DuPont as long as you weren't one of the 3,500 people that settled with them. There were, I think, 3 cases that went up before an actual judge and jury before that, and they each settled, or did not settle, but DuPont was found responsible and at fault, and they got over $1 million each. So because there were thousands of cases, I mean, they were never getting through all of them, and that's why they settled. But yeah, you can still sue DuPont, and the people probably will. And
it could also be into the future still, because children, like he was saying, could be affected by this as well.
Yeah, they were pretty limited in the diseases that they could test for, and now we're finding out more people can be affected with different things. So I don't think this is ever really going to end.
Yeah, for Parkersburg, and it looks like we're just at the tip of the iceberg here in our area.
Yeah, definitely several decades for the Cape Fear still to go and find out what Genx is and what it can do, and we'll see. Hopefully it's not as bad as C8, but we don't know. Doctor,
good job with all this. Very nicely done, and
Thank you.
great advice. I mean, that puts this into a different perspective.
It really is heartbreaking just to see that my community growing up went through it, and now my community here is going through it, and it makes you wonder, how can DuPont keep getting away with this, and when is it going to stop?
It also makes you wonder where else this might be happening. DuPont's all over the country, around
the
world,
really. It's happening all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.